Most people choose a fursuit with their eyes, but here is where the problems start. I've seen many amazing fursuit end up being unused, not because they were bad looking, but because they were too uncomfortable. Hi everyone, it's Dream here, and in this video we're going to cover one of the most underrated points that comes when you're buying a new fursuit. Let's start. Well, as you probably understood, the look is not everything in a fursuit. Another very important aspect is also comfort, and sometimes is even more important than how a fursuit looks. Let's start by the first point, what comfort actually is. So comfort is not only how comfortable it is to wear a fursuit. Comfort is responsible of how much heat you need to support. It determines how much stress you need to pass through during the experience of wearing the fursuit, during the experience maybe of being to a convention, of enjoying a convention, and also for how long in the time you're going to wear the fursuit and to use it. Because remember an important thing, remember this quote, if you focus too much on your fursuit, you're not living the experience. Those moments where you are there, maybe in a convention, maybe with some friends, or taking some photos, or whatever it is, well, those moments are rare. They don't happen every day, and they are precious because we know that fire inside, how it feels. And in those very rare moments of the year, when we have the opportunity to make it burn, to live it, to express it, we want to make sure that we can live those rare and precious experiences in the best way possible. Because fursuits are kind of like cars. What is the point of getting a car that look amazing outside, but that is too uncomfortable to use, that there is too much work every time that you want to turn it on, to take it out from the garage, and it's too much mess to use it every time? Guess what? You will end up using this car less and less, or sometimes even not using it at all. Well, your fursuit is the same. If you buy a fursuit that is beautiful outside, but it is too much mess and pain every time that you need to wear it, you will slowly wearing it less and less. And well, why do you buy a fursuit? Just to see it there on a shelf collecting dust, or actually to live it, to live the experience of being your fursona? Cars is the same. You don't buy a cool car just to admire it in the garage. You buy it to drive it. And fursuits are the same. You buy it to be yourself, to be your fursona, to melt with the character and enjoy it. So let's imagine you spent a fortune on your fursuit. Well, of course, you want to make sure that every single penny you spent on it is used as much as you can. You don't want to spend a lot of money on a fursuit that looks amazing, but that you end up not using only because it's too uncomfortable. So make sure that when you get a fursuit, this is made well, not only outside, but also inside. Usually it's not that easy to tell. Usually on photos on social medias, you can see the outer style, how a fursuit is sewn, the care that there is to the outer details, which is important, okay? Don't get me wrong. But also the way of how it's made inside is very important as well. The way of how it fit on your head, the way of how the air flows inside and keep you fresh, which determines also for how long you can wear it, for how long you can stay comfortable, or as much comfortable as possible inside a convention. If you're wearing a fursuit and you're not in pain, you're not stressed, you are chilling, and you're there living, enjoying the odor, enjoying the experience there, you feel completely relaxed, you feel yourself, you feel chilled, you know? And when you're there chilling to a convention or living it nicely, well, also from the outside, you look even more natural, even more your persona, you look even more cool, let's say. Now we are to the last important part, which sometimes can come natural to think, well, who cares? But that actually is kind of important as well. Let's see what point that is. A fursuit that is comfortable determines also how much safe it is to wear it. Not only for yourself, but also for the others. Let's imagine, let's make an example. You're wearing a fursuit, outside there is a sun, it's very warm. You are doing a fursuit walk, you can't take out the fursuit, you can't take it off. You are sweating a lot, it's very warm. And your fursuit have no space for the air to flow, to breathe, and maybe it's pressing your head, and there's a lot of stress, and your body temperature rise up a lot. Well, that's kind of dangerous. It happens sometime that someone kind of passed out, you know. No, I don't want to say that it need to happen, but be careful because this is something pretty common with fursuit. They can warm up a lot And a good fursuit determines also how safe you are, also in the moments. Another example can be on the visibility. Well, a comfortable fursuit gives you also the comfort to see much better what you have around yourself. This is important as well, not only to live better the experience of being your fursona and of doing whatever you're doing, but also because if you're walking and you hit something or someone, you could hurt yourself or get an injury, or even worse, get an injury to someone else. And the last example is how much stress you are supporting. Because guys, let's remember it, being your fursona should be one of the most beautiful experiences you can live. And if every time you wear your fursuit, this is too uncomfortable, this is a mess, well, you are missing one of the most beautiful things you could do. Be your fursona, be there, enjoy it. So why do you need to go through so much pain? You've invested a lot of money in that, and this is actually sometimes getting a fursuit a pretty big investment. So you want to make sure that every single penny you've invested on that is used as much as you can and give you the pure freedom, the pure happiness of be yourself, of enjoying conventions, of enjoying whatever you're doing. So don't underrate this point. Comfort is important. Sometimes it's even more important than look. Remember the example of a car. What's the point of having a juicy car if it's there only to collect dust? The cool thing of a car is driving it, so make sure that you can use your fursuit as well as you can. Because your fursuit is not a shiny object to admire, it's a tool to be yourself, your fursona. And so make sure that this tool works as best as it can. All right, guys, this is the end of the video. I hope you liked it. I wish you nice holidays and a good starting of the new year. For those ones who are interested in my fursuits, go to give a look to my website. There you can find the last commission slots available. They might end pretty soon. So give a look. For any question, feel free to text me, to send me an email or whatever it is. And yeah, guys, hope you a nice day and see you soon.